Anyways, welcome to Share the Door. This is episode 7. What?
I didn't realize it was episode 7.
Yeah, the last was episode 6.
I thought we had the guest on episode 5.
You said that on episode 6, and I told you, no, we did 5 episodes, and then they came on.
Okay, got it.
Anyways, this is where we have, I'm gonna get this right, verbal tug-of-wars of opinions. Yeah, I like the way that sounds.
Alright, are you sticking with that?
Nope, I'll probably change it next episode. Yeah, that about sums it up, you know. We have hypothetical situations. I try to, oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I give you my correct opinion, and I try to sway you, which always doesn't seem to work out. Alright, you already know who it is. It's the one and only Black Jack. No, and I repeat, no gambling, Leo Archibald. And I'm here with Negro Rose.
Don't call me that!
What?
No, that's horrible.
Okay.
We're still sticking with Brianna for now.
Okay.
I have to find a better name, because that's
You don't-
not working.
You don't like Negro Rose?
No,
Alright, whatever.
not at all.
Okay, and as we do every episode, we reflect on the last last movie we watched, which this week was Bad Times at the El Royale. Alright, before we get, we do a nice little deep dive into the movie, what was your overall thought on Bad Times at the El Royale?
Well, I had no expectations going into expectations. Woo.
It was
Going into the movie.
expectations.
It's late. I had no expectations going into the movie because I hadn't seen many trailers or previews. But when we finally did watch it, it was just a their movie. I didn't really see where they were trying to go at times. I felt like some of the stuff was pointless. It just was nah,
So you wasn't feeling it?
not really.
Okay. Yeah, before we saw it, I thought it looked pretty good. Like, I saw trailers, it didn't seem like a movie that was going to stand out to me for the year. But then I saw that it was getting, good reviews and stuff. It had a nice, I think a 72 at the time, when it came out, percent on Rotten Tomatoes. So I was like, oh, maybe this would be better than I thought. Then I saw it had, almost a 2.5 hour runtime. And I was like, why is this movie so long? Well, alright, I like the cast. Got Chris Hemsworth, they got John Hamm, Jeff Bridges.
Who's Jeff Bridges?
The old guy in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And it had Dakota Johnson, she's a known name. So I was like, alright, this might not be bad. Then we watched the movie, and I also wasn't feeling it that much. We saw First Man before this, and y'all was like, that movie felt long. And I was like, it felt long only because I was tired. But, I still think it was a better movie. This genuinely felt long. Now, I don't know if it was because we was in the second row of the entire movie theater, or what. Because being that close to the movie, and you having to, angle your head in a certain way, it don't really equal to a pleasurable movie experience. What are you looking up? Are you getting distracted?
I'm looking up about the movie.
Oh, okay. Better be. Yes, I wasn't really feeling all that much. To get into the movie in depth, a nice little spoiler-filled reviews, as these always will be. First up,
Spoiler alert!
like I told you in the car, this movie felt very much like a knockoff Quentin Tarantino movie. It was dialogue heavy. It split the movie up into it kind of did chapters.
I guess kind of like when
He
they
did his own way.
Room 4, they gave you the background story or the origin behind that person in that room.
Yeah, and it was like I said, it was dialogue heavy. It tried to split the movie up into parts, like Quentin Tarantino seems to do with some of his movies. This one really reminded me of The Hateful Eight, his most recent.
But that was a good movie.
Yeah, this would try to do its impression, or you could tell it was inspired by those type of movies, but it didn't do it nowhere near as well. Because The Hateful Eight was longer than this movie. Couldn't tell, because The Hateful Eight doesn't feel that long compared to this. This felt very long. This felt like it was leading up to something good, and then when it got there, it's like, that's it? The Hateful Eight led up to something and it was more appealing, and the ride there was better because the conversations that everybody was having was funny, especially Samuel L. Jackson's character. This, it was good leading up to, I don't want to say it was cool, but what could have made the movie good is if when we got to the end, you're like, all these secrets that the people staying at the hotel had, I meshed together in some big reveal at the end. Nah. So as the movie went forward, I became like, I ain't liking this movie as much, and then I ain't liking this movie as much, and then almost 2 hours into the movie, when Chris Hemsworth gets in there, for one, don't have Chris Hemsworth in your movie and save him for almost 2 hours into the movie.
He should be a majority of the movie.
I literally looked at my phone, and when he officially came in there, the movie's been on for a little more than an hour and 40 minutes.
When he came on the beach?
No, I'm talking about officially. Technically he wasn't officially in the movie because they try to hide who he was.
Oh, I knew who he was on the beach.
No, you know who he was.
Who his character was.
That, and they didn't fully show him. He was shadowy, so a lot of his face was covered.
Okay.
But you knew who he was. But I'm saying when they officially welcomed his character into the movie was about done.
I'm kind of disappointed in his character.
I do like that he was a villain.
I know.
I thought that was cool.
I like that he was a villain, but I feel like he could have a better role.
He could have been they could have gave him something. I thought he did good as the villain. Mind you, I'm saying all this to the point where I was very sleepy at this time because this movie was lasting too long. My head was angled, or I had to angle it where I could see the whole screen instead of just being able to sit straight and looking at the screen. This is why I hate sitting so close in the movies. When we got in there, I was so ready to turn around and be like, let's go see something else. We can just
I'm surprised you didn't.
I was about to. I was like, nah, let me just suck it up and just deal with it. But I almost didn't. But, yeah, so I like that he was a villain, but I think they could have gave his character more, because to me he just felt like a blah cult leader, and I wanted more of that.
All the characters were blah.
Yeah, you thought they were going to be cool, I feel like I'm going out of order, but John Hamm, I thought his character was interesting because he was a little undercover, whatever.
Whatever he was. I don't even really know if he was a cop or not.
Yeah, they didn't really delve that deep into it because by the time you started to learn more about him, he was gone, which was upsetting.
He was some type of agent, but I don't know what type of agent.
Yeah, and they didn't explain how he knew to go through the phone.
Well, when he called his main office or whatever, they said that he couldn't leave until they got all of their surveillance equipment back. So that was their surveillance equipment that he was getting out. So he knew it was there, but I don't understand why it was there.
Okay, because it seemed like he knew he was looking for something, but when he found the first one in the phone, he was surprised.
Well, he found two in the phone. The first one that he found in the phone, he was okay with.
Oh, okay.
He found the second one on the phone, and he was like, this isn't ours.
Oh, so that's why he was going around trying to... Okay, that makes sense. And so it must have been the boss.
So I felt like I could be completely wrong because I don't think they even explained it. But you know how the hotel keeper, the little boy. Yeah,
he said
that his bosses make him record stuff and they survey stuff. I'm assuming that John Hamm's character, their business, what's the word before? Tapped the rooms. Mm-hmm. And also the bosses tapped the room. Yeah. And they didn't know that each other did it.
What if Chris Hemsworth was the boss that was having the rooms tapped?
I don't know. I don't think he knew about it. Because when he asked, he was like, what is this? Some kind of pervert hotel? He didn't really know.
Yeah. And why was he... Was he literally just came to get the girl at the end?
Legit. That's it.
Because I know she called him to come get her.
Yeah.
Then he came with his boys to pick her up. And then he was doing... he was interrogating Dakota Johnson's character, then ended up killing her.
I don't think he was interrogating her.
What was he doing? Because I was partly asleep for that.
So, when he showed up, as he was walking into the main part of the hotel, he saw the black lady and the old guy coming out of the room. Mm-hmm. So he was like, grab them.
Yeah, I saw that.
I guess, no witnesses, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then he just tied everybody up.
But he was asking her questions, though, right?
I mean, I think he was asking questions just to be a jerk. I don't think he was really interrogating
Oh,
her.
they was playing that Russian roulette game. Okay, that's what I got
Russian roulette game.
So it was like a lose-lose situation for them.
Yeah, he was interrogating the black man and the old person because they had a bag of money.
Black woman?
The black woman and the old man. He was interrogating them because they had the money. Like, he really didn't interrogate the hotel keeper. He just tied him up. I'm thinking him and Dakota Johnson were just, he didn't want them as witnesses, and he was mad at Dakota Johnson for taking the girl to begin with.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So, yeah, I thought he did a good job as the villain because there's something we're not used to seeing from him.
I know,
But he needed to be in the movie more.
I was disappointed in the movie in itself, so I was sad that he was in a movie that I was disappointed in. Because I like Chris
His filmography is not as great as it should be, which is upsetting.
He's a good actor, and
he's a great actor.
Right, but like you said, I feel like he's not in a great movies. He's in movies that can be disappointing. Unfortunately, I feel like he could be having so much better.
Yeah, I've been telling, I've been saying before, like outside of the MCU, he doesn't. I wouldn't say it's sketchy, but like there's some of the movies that he chooses, I'm just like, why? He's just like a part of movies that just don't end up being good. Like he was in Star Trek, which was good, but he had a small role.
Right, like he could have had a better role in that.
He was a nobody then. That was his first ever movie.
Okay, but in the newer ones, they made a new one, right? They could have had more flashback scenes brought in with Chris Hemsworth.
He was supposed to be in like the fourth one they're in development. But
or they're in space. You can do time travel and whatnot.
That's what they were going to do. He was going to play, because he plays Captain Kirk's dad.
Right.
So they were going to do a time travel scenario with him and Chris Pine are both starring in the movie. But, what's it called? The company was trying to scale the budget back, and they were trying to cut his paycheck and Chris Pine's paycheck and, like, just lower a little bit. And them two are like, we're superstars. You ain't about to cut our pay in half.
Facts. But
yeah, like, after Thor, he did the Cabin in the Woods. But technically, Cabin in the Woods was shot before Thor. And Cabin in the Woods is great. He did the Snow White and the Huntsman, which was, Red Dawn was cool when I saw it.
I don't even know what Red Dawn is.
Yeah, it got Josh Peck in it. Star Trek Into Darkness, which is a voice cameo. Rush, I really liked. You don't.
I think I liked it. It was just long and slow.
It was good. Black Hat, didn't see it, but it looked terrible. And it got bad reviews. He had a funny role in Vacation. I thought that movie was funny. It got panned. In the Heart of the Sea was whack. The Huntsman Winter's War was terrible. Ghostbusters, he was very funny. The movie itself was lackluster. 12 Strong was okay.
Wait, what is Heart of the Sea?
It's the Moby Dick movie.
Oh my gosh, that movie was ridiculous.
Movie was cheeks.
That whale was a stalker. Yeah, how does a whale do that?
The movie was cheeks. That's all that really needs to be said about it. So he has like I think for the actor of his caliber, he could have a way better filmography outside of the MCU. But to go all the way back to my first point, when I compared this movie to a Quentin Tarantino movie, like I said, it was dialogue heavy, split up into parts, was building up to something, and that build up was supposed to be like a violent, chaotic ending. They didn't really get too violent. The most violent thing happened in the middle of the movie where John Hamm got shot with the shotgun.
Well, maybe you were asleep when they were fighting over the fire and whatnot.
That wasn't much. Like I see when everybody got shot at the end of the shoulder and all that stuff, or Jeff Bridges in the middle got hit with the glass bottle over his head. But
saying when Chris Hemsworth's character came, him and Jeff Bridges had an all-out fight. They were fighting and they fell into a fireplace and.
Yeah, I saw that. I was in and out, but it wasn't something that was that was gonna keep me up officially. It wasn't.
Well, maybe that was supposed to be their big.
I ain't gonna believe Jeff Bridges is having a fight with Chris Hemsworth.
They did.
But I'm not. But if I see that half sleep, I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's good. Let me keep watching that. I'm gonna be like, this is fake. Back to sleep. I'm just saying
that was their violent scene.
But I'm saying everything he did was such a weak impression of Quentin Tarantino. I don't know if that was Drew Goddard. I believe that's the director's name, who's also a talented director, did Cabin in the Woods. But I don't know if that was his intention, but that's how it came off to me. And why did Dakota Johnson's character shoot John Hamm like that?
I don't know why she shot him.
Like, you could have just easily explained. I mean, I know she had a traumatic past.
Maybe she thought he was with Chris Hemsworth people. I don't know.
Maybe, but it just seemed...
Because she didn't need to shoot him.
Yeah, especially not with a shotgun.
No.
It was
And
very
like,
over the
if
top.
you saw what Jonathan's character was doing, he was trying to save her sister. So if she wanted to explain, like, you know, my sister was trapped in a cult and I'm trying to, what's the word? Rehabilitate her or whatever. I feel like John would have understood because he was just trying to help.
Her sister was also trash too. She got all of them killed.
Her sister was trash. She
Um,
didn't care. All she cared about was Chris Hemsworth's character.
yeah, where they be fighting over his love at that little, over the fire that he had in the woods or whatever.
Right, just having a teenage fight club.
Moving on, I already mentioned how it felt long, and it seemed like the movie wanted the dialogue to carry the movie, but it didn't really necessarily. At the beginning, it was doing a decent job at it. Going forward, it was just like, all right, this is what you're bringing me to, then I'm not satisfied with what I'm seeing. I'm already complained about Chris Hemsworth being brought into the movie too late. Like I said, the secrets of the characters weren't big reveals like I thought. Like I thought when she was calling this little sister was calling this chaotic fella, it was going to be like some big like reasoning and why and all that jazz. And I thought when at the beginning, when the black lady, I don't know her character's name, Delilah or something.
Mm-hmm.
Was it that?
No.
Okay.
Darlene.
That was close. When she had the, she was pulling in the carpets and stuff from her trunk.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, maybe she got a dead body in one of those. No. Just for her to cover up the walls so she could not disturb people to sing.
She was trying to be a buffer. She was trying to be nice.
Super whack. And I knew.
Well, maybe everybody wasn't supposed to have a secret though.
But that's what they was promoting the movie as.
Oh.
Like some secrets. And then I
I have no idea. I don't remember.
I believe that's what the posters were saying.
But she was the one person who didn't have secrets.
She kind of had one, but not really.
What was her secret? She was a secret. That was it.
Getting low paid and low balled and kind of like sexually harassed.
Yes.
And then when we saw the cool beginning of the movie with what's his name? Oh man, I'm blanking. Married to Megan Mullally. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really care for it.
I thought it was long.
You talking about when the guy checked into the hotel room?
Yeah, where he did all that to hide the money.
Nick Offerman.
Yeah, Nick Offerman. Yeah, I like that, and I knew that was gonna be something major in the movie going forward. Like somebody would have a connection to him, and like somebody would have like a connection to who killed him. Did they ever say who killed him?
No.
Okay.
No, he just said my brother got killed here.
Yeah, I didn't like that whole Jeff Bridges connection too. I thought it would be something more. But
maybe it was. Remember how there were 3 guys in the robbery or whatever?
Yeah.
Maybe it was the 3rd guy.
Maybe. I was just.
The money.
I
They
like
did leave him there. They left him there.
Well, maybe I don't know. What else? Yeah, all in all, I just wasn't impressed by this movie. I don't see why people like it so much.
Me either.
It was just there.
It was just kind of there.
And I was too busy.
Whatever they were, like you said, whatever they were trying to build up to, it was a disappointment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was more. Yeah, I hate stuff where like, oh, this is good. It's leading up to something. And usually, if movies are like cool, and then it gets to the end, and I feel the end is a great payoff to what I just saw for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, then that makes me really enjoy the movie so much. You're able to go back and pay attention to like little tidbits of things. Like that's why I like Enemies so much, because you're watching the whole movie and you're like, okay, I get what the story is. It's a doppelganger story, but then you just get to the end. You're like, what in the world did I just watch? So then you go back and see.
Walking through the streets.
So then you go. It wasn't walking through the streets. So you
walking
go back.
through the city.
It wasn't walking through the city either, but.
Where was the big old spider?
Oh, you're talking about the one that was over the city in one of those random little like cutaways?
Yeah, toward the end.
It wasn't like at the end. At the very end, there was a spider in the bedroom.
I remember a big old spider walking around the city.
That's why you need to watch the movie again.
No,
but yeah, so I'd just like to say, nice try, Drew, but your Quentin Tarantino inspired film didn't make it for me. And you definitely lose points when you have a talent like Chris Hemsworth and you sell him as being the star of the movie, but you don't bring him into like about 2 hours into the movie. And you can always tell when a big celebrity won't have a big role in a movie because like if you look at the credits, like the credits on like the posters and stuff and like the promotion, they have all their names and then it'll be like, and such and such. And that's how Chris Hemsworth was like Jeff Bridges, Dakota Johnson, John Hamm, whatever that other lady's name. Then it goes, and Chris Hemsworth.
They should have said and John Hamm because he was barely there too.
It might have, but having him get killed so early was annoying. All right.
Yeah.
So
I did actually like. Well, his character was okay.
He was funny. He was entertaining. All right. So as always, we do it on a couple rating scale. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. What are you giving Bad Times at the El Royale?
What's our 1?
Bella and Edward.
Oh, Bella and Edward.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just thought this movie was awful?
I don't care to ever watch it again.
Okay. I personally would give this Anastasia and Christian.
Hello, Anastasia and Christian.
No, just Anastasia and Christian, just right there, because it wasn't awful. It had things in it that I could enjoy, but overall, it was a disappointment.
You like the opening scene for some weird reason?
I like that opening scene.
I don't get it.
It was just entertaining.
Oh.
You know, and then everything has to make complete sense in the scheme of things. It just has to give a message in the way that the director wants to give it off. Got to show your creativeness. Yeah, I just made that up. Creativeness.
Creativeness.
Yeah, creativeness. Y'all say creativity. I say creativeness.
All right.
All right. So, moving on to your favorite part of the show, Friend, Marry, Kill. This was a tough decision for me choosing the people that we were going to do this week.
Assuming Chris Hemsworth is in the choices.
He was, but then I took him off.
Why?
Because
that was an easy marry.
What?
That was an easy marry.
Exactly. I felt like the 2 people I had were too easy. Because I knew the third person you were just going to kill off regardless. So I decided to make it interesting. And I brought back a person who has already been a part of this already. So 7 shows deep, we're already having somebody who's appeared in this game. And you love this person. So first up, we have Ryan Gosling, who starred in First Man. Mm-hmm. He did a great job at it. Next up, we have your girl, Dakota Johnson from Bad Times at the El Royale.
Okay.
And last but not least, your boy, you loved him the first time we played this, Jack Black, who started or had a role in Goosebumps 2, A Haunted Halloween. Such a generic title.
Wait, who's the first person again?
Ryan Gosling.
Oh, okay. Well, marrying him.
It's obvi.
Definitely marrying him. He's a gorgeous man. I kind of want to kill them both. I don't care for either one of them.
That's why I chose them, because I know you don't like either of them, so
yeah,
I wanted to make it hard.
I don't care for either one of them whatsoever. I think I'm more annoyed with Dakota Johnson, so she can die.
Why? Because her 50 Shades days?
I guess. I just don't see any type of connection with her. She seems bland and boring and blah. So, like, even in this movie, she seemed kind of blah.
She wasn't bad in this movie.
She was blah.
What?
So she can die. I guess I wasn't completely annoyed with Jack Black in Goosebumps, and I wasn't completely annoyed with him in,
You didn't see this last Goosebumps, though.
I saw the first one.
You ain't seen this one.
Right. I'm saying I wasn't completely annoyed with him in that Goosebumps movie that we saw.
So you can just reference any movie then if you're not talking about the movie we're talking about right now.
We haven't seen the recent Goosebumps.
That's what I'm saying, but you're going all the way back to the first Goosebumps.
I'm just saying something that he's in where I wasn't annoyed.
What about Jungle Book? Nope, wrong movie.
Wait, what?
Jumanji.
I was about to bring up that movie.
Well, you didn't do it fast enough.
I was getting there. And I wasn't completely annoyed with him in Jumanji. He didn't annoy me. So I guess I can be friends with him.
Alright, so
if he starts to annoy me, he can kick the bucket too.
Wow, so he's on a short to leash. So you're marrying Ryan Gosling, yes. So you're fighting to the death with Eva Mendes over
I'm not fighting, he's just gonna marry me just because.
So you wouldn't fight Eva Mendes to the death for Ryan Gosling?
No, because they have a baby together. I can't kill his baby moms. That's
so you're perfectly fine with getting Olivia Wilde out the way, but not Eva Mendes.
I mean, she was in the list, so.
The list?
In the Friend, Marry, Kill list. So she had to be one of the options.
So you're marrying Ryan Gosling, Dakota Johnson, you're offing,
yep.
And you're being friends with Jack Black. I I feel like, oh yeah, I killed him the first time. I am once again killing Jack Black. No offense, buddy. You just gotta go.
Why?
Because compared to the other people, he's just gotta go. And sometimes it just comes down to the pick of the litter, man. Just gotta go.
I have a reason.
Friend, I am friending Ryan Gosling. So which means
Why?
I'm marrying Dakota Johnson.
Why?
Here is my reason.
She's not even cute.
She's not bad.
She ain't cute.
She's not bad.
She ain't cute.
When she has brunette hair, she's not bad. When she's a blonde,
you just want to shove balls in her like on
excuse me?
that movie.
Excuse me?
Like on 50 Shades of Grey.
What did you say? Something about what?
Shove balls in her.
Okay, that's definitely not the reason why.
So they did in 50 Shades of Grey.
I don't care what they did in that trash movie.
That's
She's
why
just
you're doing
not
it.
bad.
You're doing it because of how she acts in 50 Shades of Grey.
If I could do it like anything in 50 Shades, I'm killing her. Because her whole relationship with Jamie Dornan's Christian was the boringest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
What are you talking about? You don't like their contract?
No, I didn't. Well, I did. I thought it was funny. But they're just, their chemistry, they're just characters' chemistry in the movie, in all three of them.
So what chemistry do you think she's going to give you in real life?
Can I finish my explanation?
That's how she acts. That's her.
But in other stuff,
like what?
she seems like she's not that bad.
No, she's super bland in everything.
You know how in Twilight, Kristen Stewart seemed like a terrible actress?
She still is.
No, she's not.
Okay.
She can actually act very well.
Okay.
It's the material that they are given is so bad, it makes them seem like they can't act. So I'm not saying Dakota Johnson is a great actress, but I feel like she gets an overly bad rap for her performance in a awful movie where she's given awful material to
that
use.
she decided to stay in for 3 movies.
Oh, they hated those movies. Her and the dude hate those movies. They just signed a contract and they getting paid that money. So they just gotta do it. But like if you see her in like interviews, she seems more of a likable person. I'm saying more of. So in this marriage, she's cool.
Nope.
She's cool.
Nope.
Well, teach his own, I guess. But so in this
Ryan
marriage,
Gosling is definitely more attractive than her.
yes, but I would be friends with Ryan Gosling so it don't get weird. No, so it don't get weird.
Why would it be weird?
You know, because I like Ryan Gosling more. So for friends, you know, we don't gotta worry about our relationship being hindered. So we just be boys for life. You know, hit the bars together, come visit on movie sets, say what's up, maybe get like a extra role.
Sounds like you're using him again.
No, I'm just saying that's the thing.
You
keep misinterpreting using them as friend privilege.
Every time you say you're going to friend someone, I'm like, I'm going to friend them so I can go to the game.
If I was a celebrity,
so that I can do this, and
no,
so
I'm just saying this is things you can't. I'm just giving you opportunities.
No, you're just supposed to.
We can play 2K together, but I don't know if you like 2K.
Because of their identity, not because of what they can offer you, Nathan.
He's cool. If I was famous and my friends wanted to come visit me on set, sure. But you can't do it on busy days.
But you don't want them to be your friends solely so they can come visit you on set.
That's not why I'm being his solely his friend.
I've
been a fan.
You're saying I've
been a fan and he has done nothing for me. So I'll be a good friend.
Okay.
Just giving you like.
Sounds like you're using them.
Giving you things that we could do. Dakota Johnson, me and her, if we were married, it'd be a short leash. She starts getting on my nerves a little bit.
You gonna kick the bucket?
Or I start getting super bored.
You'll kick the bucket?
Then I'm not gonna kick the bucket. I'm gonna kick her to the curb.
You'll let her kick the bucket. I understand.
Kick her to the curb. Feel me? I pull out my little black book because I got options for days. So she better be on her best behavior.
Where are these options at?
In my little black book.
What little black book?
R.I.P. Brittany Murphy though. Alright. So I'm friending Ryan Gosling, marrying Dakota Johnson, and killing Jack Black. I'm sorry?
I already killed Dakota Johnson, so you can't marry her.
How many times did I tell you we are in different universes with our answers? Okay, I'm not doing this with you. Alright, so before we jump into questions that I have, last episode you said...
I don't have any right now, so go to your questions.
See? You all talk until when it comes to step up to the plate.
I'll think about it next time.
You over here swinging, hitting nothing but air.
What?
It's a baseball reference. All my references and my lingos, that stuff be going over your head, okay?
Cause you be tripping.
Reach up a little bit.
Cause you be tripping.
Try to catch something. Do a little of this. Do a little of this. Stretch a little bit. Alright, first up. So based off a scene or a moment that happened in the bad times at the El Royale, my question for you is, if we were staying at a hotel and we see what looks like a kidnapping going on, would you interfere?
See, it sounds like you take me to one of these hotels off the side of the road that I told you I don't ever want to stay at because they look like a haunted movie and it's true.
I'm not saying what type of hotel. It could be the Trump Towers.
Why would we ever stay there?
It could be the Super 8.
You know I'm not staying in one of those.
Could
This
be
is the murderous hotels that I keep telling you about.
Super 8 looks like a hotel.
Nah, it don't.
You're thinking of the hotels where you gotta enter from the outside.
That is what the Super 8 looks
Super 8
like.
is not like that.
Yes,
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Don't you see the one off of Bryce?
Bruh, there must be different ones then, because the Super 8 I'm thinking of, which is one by my job, you actually have to like go into the building. That's where all the rooms are in.
I ain't staying at Super 8. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna help, like actually go and help, like me physically intervene. I'll call the cops, but
what if the cops don't get there fast enough?
They better hurry up. That's what the cops for.
So if you call the cops, the person is just super kidnapped at this point. There's nothing the cops can do. Will you feel bad?
What do you mean there's nothing that the cops can do?
The person is super kidnapped.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It just means the cops
can't do
can't
they're still
do
at the hotel and they're still in their home.
I don't know. Super kidnapped could mean anything.
I don't know what super
kidnapped
kidnap mean.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta just...
I will look at the license plate, I will take notes, and I will give it to the cops. Because what if the kidnapper is crazy and want to hurt me? How am I going to help the situation? We both going to be kidnapped and dead together. I can't help.
Die for this stranger? You rather snitch?
I'm supposed to die for a stranger?
You rather snitch? Have you ever seen Pay It Forward?
I'm going to call the police for them. I'm going to help. But
you can't trust the cops nowadays.
What are you going to do?
Huh?
I'll tell you. Then what you going to do? Go help the girl who got kidnapped.
I'm going to call the cops.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
And then after I called the cops, then I'm going to go play superhero.
And do what?
I'm going to dive through the door that they're in. I'm going to do one of these to make sure the kidnapper isn't near me. And then I'm going to...
You'll get shot like John Hamm.
They haven't seen me. I'm tiptoeing over to the kidnapped victim.
And then you get shot.
And I would be like, shh, don't say nothing. I'm here to save you. Then I untie him with my super quick cat quickness. And then... So then that's when the kidnapper sees me.
And they go,
and then I say,
boom!
No. And I say, stop. You don't want to do this. And then when they pull out the twin Desies, I'm like, oh, you got twin Desies? I got twin Desies too.
But the whole time you were saying this, they would already start shooting at you.
No. So we're doing like a standoff.
You can't tell
Then we both decide without saying words that since we both have guns, we should just drop them, whip out our lightsabers. Then we have a lightsaber duel to the death. That's when I go Darth Vader style and Obi-Wan Kenobi. They just poof, disappear. Because that seems to what happens sometimes when you hit people with lightsabers. Okay, and then I take the person and save the day. And then the cops arrive. And I say, don't worry, fellas. It's already been handled. Here's some delicious donuts for you to eat for all your hard work. Where'd you get donuts from? I've been ordered them after I ordered the cops. Then I ordered the donuts.
You ordered the cops?
Yeah, I ordered the cops. Like, hey, can you come? Delivery charge free though. And then I call the nearest bakery, tell them to bring over some donuts. So I seem to have it all planned. You seem to be confused about what you would do.
No, I'm very clear what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call the cops and let them do their job.
So you gonna snitch?
Yep. Didn't you just say you was gonna call the cops?
Yeah, but I also saved the day too, so I can snitch. Huh? What you doing? So,
I'm calling the cops. I don't know if I could personally interfere unless I could take that person.
Okay, so what if you decide to call the cops and I say, nah, we should go save them?
I'm gonna let you go do you.
So you gonna let me potentially die?
I didn't tell you that you had to do it. You the one who decided to do it.
You could try to talk me out of it.
You a whole grown man. If you decide that you want to be a superhero and take your two twin daisies and your lightsaber and go fight a kidnapper, I can't stop you.
Okay, so then what if I kick the bucket, as you would say? You would feel bad.
I would have told you.
Is that what you would say at my funeral? I told him not to go in there. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
I'm not going to say that at your funeral, but I'm going to be thinking it.
You need to be thinking about positivity.
Like, I told him,
all right, then I'm gonna be
we don't know the whole situation.
Looking down
we
at
don't
you.
know how crazy this kidnapper is. You can't just be running in rooms trying to stop a kidnapper.
Yeah, you don't know if that person's actually
They
kidnapped
crazy.
or not.
That too.
So you calling the cops on somebody who might not be actually kidnapped.
They still might need the cops.
You remind
because
me
maybe
of
they're running from
those-
somebody.
You remind me of those. What do they call that one lady who called the cops on the people trying to have a cookout?
I don't. You going too
You
far.
a permit patty.
I
You
don't.
are a permit patty.
I don't.
You need to see a permit, huh? You need to
that
see the
don't
permit
got
from the
nothing to do
kidnapper.
with being kidnapped.
You need to see the
Nathan.
permit from the kidnapper. They
I'm
got a
through with
permit to take this person.
They don't have a permit to take a person.
They might.
It's
You don't know what's
kidnapped.
going on. You don't know what year
It's
this is.
kidnapped.
Did I tell you what year this is based in? No. So quit assuming stuff.
Oh,
Let's
goodness.
move on.
Stressing me out.
All right. So the Joker movie is in production and is shooting right now. And they were shooting a scene in a subway.
You blow it up.
I don't know, but they had like pictures of him and his Joker Goonies in the subway. But then a story broke that Joker extras reportedly were locked in subway train for long hours, and it forced some of them to urinate on the tracks.
Ew.
So it became like a what's the word?
Why did they go to the bathroom?
Well, you know, this is a Joker movie, so they were probably using ridiculous tactics during the movie. But so then they had to get like some, you know, like the HR for movie productions to come in and investigate this because, you know, this is not good. So my question to you is very simple. If we were in a subway station and you had to go pee really badly and there was some long line going on in whatever the subway bathrooms look like, would you go pee on the subway tracks?
I'd probably have to.
Disgusting.
I mean, I'd try to make it to the bathroom, but if I can't get in there, you just know how bad my bladder is. Today, dear God, I almost died trying to hold my bladder. It almost exploded.
You don't need to write a letter to the big man to tell him how your bladder almost exploded.
My bladder almost exploded today. I did not have
Open
enough
up your
time.
Gmail. You
I
go,
had to run to the bathroom.
Dear
so
God.
there's like 50 women, and women in the bathroom already take forever. We already have a line on a normal day. So if the subway's just bathrooms just backed up for no freaking reason, I might not be able to wait that long. So I may have to go pee on the side somewhere in a corner and not be seen and go pee.
So you just gonna cop a squat
I might have to.
with your tuchus hanging over the subway tracks.
I mean, that sounds dangerous. Because aren't like subway tracks like got like electricity and whatnot?
Yeah, you got.
I'm not gonna go pee there. I'm gonna go
super
pee in the corner
hazardous
somewhere.
urine. And you just
Why
gonna,
would my urine be hazardous?
I don't know what you be drinking.
Water!
Or oil.
Why would I drink oil?
I don't know what your kids
I'm
be
gonna go
doing.
find a corner somewhere and go pee.
Yeah, in the corner there's probably mad rats.
Don't say that. No, I'm gonna look
At
for
subway
rats
stations.
first.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna make
gonna
you come with me. You got a block.
definitely not do that because I'll be too embarrassed. When you say, I gotta go to the bathroom, I'll be like, Brianna, you better not go use the bathroom.
I gotta go pee.
You better go hold it.
It's been too late.
You better go wait in this long line at the bathroom.
I can't wait that long. Bring me a bottle. Bring me something. We gotta go pee.
Alright, where is a place you would definitely not go pee at?
And one of them crazy spooky haunted hotels. I'm not peeing there.
So you would pee on some subway tracks where there's hundreds of people around, but you would not go pee in your own personal motel room because you're afraid it's creepy.
It's not gonna be my personal motel room because I'm not staying there. Them is haunted or they're full of serial killers and they probably got blood stains on the carpet and they got chalk bodies. I'm not staying in one of them.
If serial killers could easily get rooms at the Hyatt or
No, it's different.
the Hilton,
It's different.
they would do it.
But they
So
can't.
nobody is safe nowhere.
They can't get them there. I'm not staying in one of them creepy hotels.
People in suits, serial killers in suits can.
Nope. It reminds me of what's that movie called? Why can't I think of it?
13 going on 30.
No. It reminds me of Identity. And even though that was in his head,
Yeah, and the killer was a little kid, so that makes nothing. That makes
there's
means
crazy
nothing
people
to
in
me.
them hotel rooms. If you see them on the side of the road, you should never stay at them. If there's like a big gap between that hotel and the rest of society, or that motel, you should never stay there. And we would never ever stay in one, so it would not be my personal room.
So
if
you
we're
would-
like driving past one, and like it says like the next rest stop is like 30 miles away and there's that motel, I will not go pee there. We're going to keep driving and I'm going to pee in a cup, I'm going to pee in a bottle, or I'm going to wait that 30 miles until we get to the next safe looking rest stop. Because I'm not peeing in that motel because I'm not going to die. So
you wouldn't stay at the Bates Motel?
Heck no!
But they seem like a nice, wholesome family.
They're clearly nuts.
Yeah, in hindsight's 2020.
They're nuts. I'm not staying there. This is not helping your case.
Almost called him Nolan. What was his name?
Norman.
Yeah, Norman.
Norman and his mama is a psycho.
Norman seems like a nice, wholesome
gentleman. No, he's
gentleman.
not. He's crazy.
But if you don't know that he's crazy, he seems normal.
That's nice. That's why I'm not staying in them. Because they can seem normal, but they're crazy. I'm not staying in them.
People in regular hotels die every day, B.
You don't know that.
I got the facts to back it up.
No, we stay at Holiday Inn Express.
Oh yeah, because the Express is definitely the more fancier version of the Holiday Inn.
No, we've just been safe there.
You don't know that. Maybe we just gone on the right days.
We've been safe there.
Okay, you say so. Okay, so is there any other place you wouldn't go pee at besides sketchy motels? We all know you definitely would on subway tracks.
I didn't say it would be on the tracks because I feel like the tracks would like electrocute me.
That's what I asked you. I said the tracks.
I said I'll go pee in the subway station. It doesn't have to be the bathroom. But
yeah, you said the rat-infested corner. Is there anywhere else?
I didn't say it's going to be a rat-infested corner. Because you're going to come with me, and if there are rats, you're going to shoot me away.
I'm embarrassed, Brianna. I'm not coming with you to support your decision.
You got to block me. Because you're going to be even more embarrassed if people see it. So you got to block me.
You're going to go down there, I'm going to walk all the way down there.
And I'm going to follow you until you help me go pee.
Well, you're just going to pee on yourself then. That's my help. That's my help.
Then I'm going to pee on myself, and I'll be stuck with you with pee all over me. Is that what you want?
No,
that's even more embarrassing.
I want you to hold it.
If I've been already holding it for like over an hour and this bathroom line still ain't moving, that's a problem. My bladder is not going to make it. It's going to explode and I'm going to die from an exploded bladder.
You're an exploded bladder. Alright, let's move on. So, Lady Gaga is rumored to be high on Disney's wish list for The Little Mermaid.
As who?
Possibly as Ursula.
Okay.
So right now they're looking at Zendaya to play The Little Mermaid, Ariel, and they rumored to want Lady Gaga to play Ursula.
I'm not mad at that decision.
Yeah, that seems like a good casting. My question to you though, if given the chance, do you think I would wish for you to lose your voice for a certain amount of time?
Heck yeah, because I stress you out. I don't even like my own voice. So I'd wish for someone else's voice too. But yeah, I'll probably annoy your life and it's fine. Because you love me.
So you're okay with me wishing you to lose your voice for a certain amount of time?
I mean, sometimes I wish yours was gone, so.
That's not nice.
I love you though. But sometimes you gotta shh.
I don't talk to you half the time anyways because you're mean to me.
I am not mean to you.
You look at you, you're yelling at me right now.
Because you said I'm mean to you. I'm nice to you.
You are mean to me.
I love your whole life.
Yeah, but you're still mean to me.
I'm not mean to you because I love your whole life.
So I try to tell you one simple thing and you start freaking out and being crazy person. And that's when I say, this is why I don't tell you anything. Because your reactions are nuts.
I'm not nuts.
I'm trying to have a civilized conversation with you and you just go, just being just a mess.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't.
You're not giving me an example.
Denial is not just a river in Egypt.
You're not giving me an example. But yeah, you probably do with my voice gone sometimes. Like when you're playing video games and I keep running in your room, and I keep bothering you. Or
you can still bother me without having a voice.
Facts. I could. I know I could. But it would be less that I could. You would have to hear it. Or like when we're driving places and I say that you're kidnapping me. Or when I'm just yelling at you in the car just because. Or when I tell you that you're acting up all the time. Or when I lecture you for acting up and I yell at you. Or like when you're going to bed and...
You hear all this stuff that you're listening? And you're trying to sell people the idea that you're not mean to me.
I'm not mean to you.
All that sounds like mean traits.
No, it sounds like us being a couple.
No, not all couples
like
do this.
When you're going to bed and you be on your phone and it's time for you to go to bed and you keep being on your phone. So I have to yell at you for being on your phone.
Get him.
You get him because if he knocks that over...
Get him.
You better get him from knocking that over.
Get him.
You better get him.
Win. Winston Bishop, get down. He's knocking over something over there. I don't know what it is.
It's bad.
Okay, so what's a suitable amount of time you think I should wish for you to lose your voice?
I don't know. If it's really important, like if I really, really had to tell you something, then I'd write it down. How long do you
And
think
then I
it would
can
need to
take
be
that
gone?
piece of paper and crumble it up. And
then you
Kobe
in
into
for
the trash
a
can.
rude awakening once
Laker
I get
gang.
my voice back.
Laker gang.
Woo, once I get my voice
Laker
back.
gang.
Woo! You would be
Laker
in
gang
such
for
a
life, son.
Rude awakening.
Laker gang for life, son. Hey. So how long did you say?
I'm giving you 30 minutes.
No.
That's all you have.
30 minutes?
Yeah, that's all you get.
I can go sit in the bathroom for 30 minutes and not hear your voice if I really wanted to.
Not really, because if you're in the bathroom that long, I'm not going to check on you. I think you might have died. You might have pooped your brains out.
Pooped my brains out. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the most mature thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Pooped my brains out.
Your brain or your heart or your stomach, I don't know.
I could
So
go.
I gotta come check on you.
I could go jog around the block if I didn't want to hear your voice for 30 minutes. I'm
If
talking
you went
about
jogging
days.
for 30 minutes, I would think that you passed out, so I'd have to come
I
check
can
on
jog for 30 straight minutes? The
you.
heck?
No, you can't.
You got me
can
messed
jog,
up.
walk, jog, but
You
you
got me
can't just
messed
jog
up.
straight.
Jog.
So if you were
You are
jogging
doubting
for
me.
30 minutes,
You are doubting me.
you would need my voice. I would need to be able to come check on you, make sure you're still
You are
alive.
doubting me and I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick from your doubts.
I'm just saying, with your asthma.
Who are you, Mrs. Doubtfire?
With your asthma, you might pass out somewhere. So I need to be able to yell for you.
Did you hear what I said?
Nathan, no.
Did you
No. It wasn't funny. It wasn't.
I said.
No one's laughing at
I
that.
said.
It's all you.
I said.
This is
Who
all
are you, Mrs.
you.
Doubtfire?
I know what you said, but it wasn't funny.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not.
I'm funny, man. I am
You're
too
not.
funny. Who are you, Mrs. I need to
You're
write
kidding.
that down. Let me write that down. Okay, I need an actual day. Day, week, month amount. How much time is it?
I said 30 minutes. That's all you get. You can be quiet for that
So
long.
then clearly you're not okay with me wishing you to have your voice gone.
You wish they're going for 30 minutes.
I would say let's try a week.
What? I have to go to work.
Okay,
I have
well,
to talk to people.
you can just spend those times
I have to
working
talk to
those little
people.
fingers away.
I have to actually talk to people on
Beep,
the
boop,
phone.
boop.
I have to call them,
Beep, boop,
unfortunately.
boop, boop, boop. What if a keyboard, like when you're typing on your computer, just went beep, boop, 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 boop?
I'm finding the mute button because that's
What
annoying.
if you can't mute it? Every button made a beep, boop, 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 boop,
And I'm not
beep, boop,
typing.
boop. Each letter and number had like a different boop.
I'm not typing, that's annoying.
Well, I guess you're just never getting no work done.
Nope. I'm not gonna get no work done because I don't got my voice. I'm gonna lose my job. You need to lose my job because I don't have a voice for a week. Thanks, Nathan. So supportive.
And when you talk to me, you have no voice. When you outside of me, you have a voice. I don't care. I don't have
just
to
gonna
hear
write
it.
it down.
I don't have to hear it. And I told you I can crumble it up and
Then I'm gonna
Lonzo
just
it
keep
into
talking
the
to
trash
you like
can.
this,
Laker gang.
and I'm annoying
Laker
you.
gang.
I can still annoy you without a voice.
I'm just saying. That's why I'm saying it's not really a loss for you.
It's not a loss.
It's just seeing how long you could go keeping your mouth shut. If
My mouth can
possible.
still move without a voice.
Okay, keeping your mouth quiet.
Well, if I don't
Seems
have
like
a
an
choice, it
impossible
doesn't
task
matter.
for you.
Well, if I don't have a choice, if it's wished away, it doesn't matter.
We should just pretend that it was wished away.
Nah,
See how
it's
long you
not.
can go.
It's still here.
If you can go that long, I got a nice piece of Jolly Rancher with your
Oh,
name on
too
it.
bad you didn't know me when I had my strep throat. I was quiet for a long time.
Must have been the good old days, huh?
Well, it's over now. You missed out.
Oh, rats.
I had a whole week of having strep. I had it like 3 times. And then I got my tonsils out and I had to be quiet for a whole nother week. You missed out, dude. You could have 4 whole weeks.
Cool story, bro.
You could have 4 whole weeks of quiet me. You don't like me at that time, I don't
But
think.
then I would get used to it, and then when it comes back to the normal, then I'm just like, oh, I was getting so comfortable with the way things were. Okay. Let's move on to the Float or Freeze segment of the show. Take one person or thing, whatever that we want, and pick who we want to share the door with, aka a nice big up, and then one individual or something that we want to just let freeze, aka somebody we want to put down for the week. Who are you sharing the door with?
I'm going to share it with Mr. Ryan Gosling, my husband.
And why is that?
Because he did a good job in, what's that movie called?
First Man.
In First Man. He did a good job. He acted very well. And I also shared the door with his character, Mr. Neil Armstrong. Because that was sad. His daughter died. That's depressing. So he needs to be lifted up in his life. So Ryan Gosling, because he's gorgeous and he's my husband, and Mr. Neil Armstrong, because, you know, that was sad. And he worked hard on his new job. Although he was super disrespectful when he left his wife at that one place.
You was just stuck on that scene, huh?
Because that's disrespectful. You can't just leave me somewhere. How am I supposed to get home?
He said, let's go. She said no. He left.
She was trying to be nice and help the person who just lost their husband.
He was going through mental struggles, so he needed to leave now.
Okay, but he didn't. He lost a friend. That woman lost a husband. His wife was trying to be nice and help her. That was disrespectful of him to just leave his wife.
Okay.
But I'll still let Mr. Neil Armstrong float because he did have a hard time. He lost his poor baby girl. Going to the moon had to be hard. So Mr. Armstrong can still float. And then my husband can float because he's gorgeous.
Okay, who are you freezing then?
Who am I freezing?
Winston?
Winston! I'm going to freeze. I didn't think of a freeze. I'm not going to freeze.
Okay, you're taking forever,
Okay,
so
go
I'm
ahead.
just going to go.
But think about it.
For me, I'm sharing the door with Ryan Gosling as well, sans Neil Armstrong though, because Ryan Gosling, like you said, did a great job in First Man. Typical Ryan Gosling though, so congrats to him for doing a great job in that movie. And I am freezing Dave Bautista.
Who is Dave Bautista?
Dave Bautista is Drax.
Bautista?
He's Drax.
Why are you freezing Drax?
Because as soon as James Gunn got fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is very disappointing, he just went on a rant constantly talking about how he does not agree with Disney's decision, which I don't either, but he just kept saying he doesn't know if he wants to work for Disney anymore, and he's been just basically trying to weasel his way out of doing this movie and just talk about how he doesn't like working for Disney and Marvel anymore. He doesn't know if he's coming back to do Drax like he has a choice because he has a contract that he signed.
We're trying to miss out on money, bruh. These people keep leaving the MC universe like y'all not guaranteed so much profit.
Well, I'm not done yet. So then after this all happened, this past week, James Gunn got hired to write Suicide Squad 2, and he might also direct that movie as well. And so once Dave Bautista gets wind of the news, he says, where do I sign up? Basically saying that he wants to now do Suicide Squad 2. And so I'm letting him freeze because, for one, you're ungrateful. I agree that they shouldn't have did James Gunn like that, but Marvel and Disney has put you on the map as an actor, so chill. And for two, you can't go jumping sides. I don't care that James Gunn is your boy and you want to ride out with your family, but don't be shunning doing a Marvel movie and then getting all giddy to do a DC movie just because your boy's doing it now. Marvel movies are still way better than DC movies.
DC to
what?
Marvel.
Huh?
Ryan Reynolds went from DC to Marvel.
That's different.
How?
Because he did Green Lantern. Green Lantern was technically he went from Marvel to DC Marvel. But I'm talking about MCU Marvel. He's never went to MCU.
Are you talking about the MCU universe?
Yeah, like Marvel Studios. Marvel Studios, the hit factory as they should be called. You went from then you want to leave them and get all giddy about jumping on this DC
I don't know why
movie,
he wants to hop on the DC. DC does not have the greatest movies
track record,
out there, right?
Yeah. But I mean,
stick with MCU and make that money.
Yeah, I mean, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, I believe, will probably be much better than David Fury's.
Hopefully.
And David Fury's was only whack because of the studio's massive amount of input they kept wanting to change and do all crazy stuff. I mean, he also made the Jared Leto decisions and stuff like that. But I trust James Gunn more. So the movie will probably be good. I can understand why doing it. But don't be trying to shun Marvel now and trying to weasel your way out and then get all giddy and try to get into DC. Nah, it don't work like that, fam. So, Dave Bautista, I'm letting you freeze, buddy. Only because you need a reality check. So maybe that cold water will do you some justice. So back to you.
He'll be dead, but...
Maybe, I don't know. Back to you. Who are you freezing?
I I guess I'll freeze the character from what's the movie called? Bad Times at the El Royale, the little sister. What's her name?
That I don't know.
Well, whatever the little sister's name is, she got everybody in that hotel pretty much killed. So I'll let her freeze because she's just havoc. She wreaks havoc with wherever she goes. Oh my God, he's attacking me.
Listen, you acting up today. Alright, so you're freezing the little sister from Bad Times at the El Royale?
Yeah, and then she brought the crazy man. She's trying to date an older man. You are a child. Why are you messing with an old man to begin with? How did you get yourself mixed up in a cult? She needs to go freeze. Because she be acting up. She needs to be taught a lesson.
I mean, getting caught up in a cult is easy, but, you know, that's a story.
How? You are a child.
It's a story for a different day. It's a story for a different day, bruh. Alright, so, okay. So you're freezing them. I'm freezing Dave Bautista. You are sharing the door with Ryan Gosling and Neil Armstrong. I'm just doing Ryan Gosling. Cool.
You're just doing Neil Armstrong?
Brianna, grow up, okay? Do like a plant and grow up.
I didn't say it.
Man, I'm good.
You said it.
I'm good. Alright, so we have come to the end of this shindig. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Go on SoundCloud at Share the Door to find every episode. We are finally now on iTunes.
We are?
Yeah, shout out to iTunes for not giving me a email telling me this. I had to go actually look on my account and see that it said active. And then I found the URL. So you can go to iTunes, type in Share the Door podcast, or just Share the Door. It should come up. What else? Find us on Instagram at Share the Door. And yeah. So I am the one and only Blackjack. Absolutely no gambling, Leo Archibald. And you are not Negro
You
Rose.
say no gambling, but you gamble.
It's a bar, Brianna. Come on.
I mean, I guess.
Keep
you
up.
gamble a lot.
Keep up.
But you gamble.
Chill. Don't gamble that much. I just fantasy a lot.
You love to bet.
I fantasy a lot.
Bet and fantasy is gamble.
Shout out to my homie who owed me $20. He knows who he is.
He not gonna watch this.
If he was real, he would. But you know, who
That's
watches
not
this?
real.
I just post this just to give me something to do during the week. That's how it looks when I look at the numbers. Like, oh, I'm just doing this to be active. Just to be active.
Just to do it.
Yeah, you know, whatever. That's fine. And so you're not Negro Rose.
I am not, because that is a horrible name.
Okay, whatever. Then who was you
Brianna.
then? All right. That's how you want to end this one off. And don't say it.
Don't say what?
Don't say what you're about to say.
Don't say what?
Fine, just say it.
Don't say what?
Just say it.
What's it?
Just say it.
Thanks for listening, peeps.
Yeah, because you was about to say goodnight. Remember we were supposed to just say, all right, time to close the door.
Oh, yeah! I did say that.
You didn't say
We
that.
said it.
Now I gotta open the door back up.
No, we're closing it. That's what we should do.
Well, I like mine's better.
Close the door.
I like mine better.